What's up? Ian had said in his What I Want to Do video, he had basically described what his mission statement was. I wanted to do the same thing when I feel less bubbly or less energetic, less positive, in a crappy mood. Not a crappy mood, but like just feeling less than optimal, we'll say. I think of something funny, or I just like put something on Snapchat and post it, or in this case, YouTube, and I instantly feel better. Intensely satisfying when I make people laugh. Like if I do something that makes somebody crack up, or is just viewed in general as humorous or lighthearted, if it brightens somebody's day, it feels amazing. So freaking good. It was actually suggested to me to start doing something like this by a good friend of mine. You know who you are, so thank you for planting that seed. Here I am! I used to be really afraid of putting myself out in public, like my face. Everybody can see this. People in Nigeria can see this if they want to. China, Europe, Alaska, anybody can see it if they want to. It's kind of scary to me to give so much disclosure. It kind of wigs me out a little bit, or it did. That wasn't me. I was rotating this on the desk, I swear. I swear. I love pizza and hash browns and breakfast food. I feel like now that I've actually broken past that barrier of, oh, are they gonna like me? Are they gonna think I'm stupid? Like, are they gonna think I'm ugly? Now that I've like gotten through all that, so much easier. And that's kind of a message that I want to send as well. Like, if you have something about yourself that you consider to be a detraction in value, something that lessens you as a person, makes you less worthwhile, instead of being a victim of that, because a lot of times it's something you can't help, like your hair falling out. My hair is falling out. It's going, no, no, I don't want to be on your head anymore. Like in the shower, I remember I used to look down as I rinsed my hair out. I'd be shampooing my hair, and then I would look at my hands, and there would be hair all over them every time, and it was heartbreaking. Terrifying. It was like, this is happening and there is nothing you can do about it. And I held on to it desperately. I never went out without a hat. Ever. You can ask anybody that knows me. I never went out without a hat on because I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. I didn't want people to see that my hair was receding. I didn't want to see that it was thinning a lot. I realized one day, I mean, because I had, getting haircuts and stuff over the years, I had asked, thinking, oh, they're hairstylists, maybe they can have some kind of like magic pill solution, or like something to put on my head to make my hair grow back, or a way to style it that would look better, or whichever. And you know what every single one of them told me? Just cut it off. Just cut it off. Just get it over with. Just cut it off, shave it, and get it over with. And I was thinking, fuck that. A lot of that. I am so not down for this at all. And I resisted it and resisted it and resisted it for years. This started happening when I was like 14, 15. And I remember walking around or like going to work where I couldn't wear a hat. And I tolerated it. I didn't like it. But I remember being in such a low place that I would see these guys walking around with these full heads of hair and thinking, I f***ing hate you. I f***ing hate you. I was so bitter. I was so bitter about it. And then one day, I just like, screw it. Let's go and finally do what I'm most afraid to do. After that, like, I went out that night and it was so liberating. It was like a huge weight had been lifted off. In a way, I felt kind of naked because like, my covering, my security was gone. I had left it at home. Part of my head was like, no, don't make me do it, no. But it actually worked out. And it worked out really well. Like now, I haven't worn my hat in weeks, a long time, and I actually go on camera without a hat. And now, when I put it on, it looks weird. It looks out of place. This is the way I used to look every day. But now, being able to just, like, take it off and just go. Taking something that I thought was a detraction and making it a feature instead. Rock this f***ing widow's peak that genes have seen fit to bestow upon my brow, head, whatever. That is what I want people to get from this, is you might like change the things that you can. I mean, like the saying, please give me the strength to change the things I can, wisdom to know the difference, like, that you've heard it before so many times. Yeah, it can make sense and you can believe it and you can agree with it, but unless you truly adopt that mindset, its effect is minimized greatly, if not non-existent. If you're concerned about your weight, do what you can about it. Because there's a lot of stuff that you can do to fix that. But if it's something like bushy-ass eyebrows or hair that's like leaving, do what you can with it. Like, don't just let it grow out and walk around covering up your head with a hat instead embrace it. And I know that as you hear those words, I know that like little red flags are going, nope, 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 I don't want to embrace it. I don't want to embrace it. That's bad. That means rejection. That means people won't like me. That means I won't be good enough. That means I won't be pretty anymore. That means I won't be good looking anymore. And then people won't like me. You will be afraid of it. You will be scared of it. It will terrify you. And you will resist and resist and resist. But I've found that things that I'm most afraid of, the things that I want to try to resist and run from the most, if I do them, then the result is better than any kind of running or resisting or fear that I've ever experienced. And I would love to be able to positively influence people to adopt that same philosophy, I guess, and to know, like, if like a year from now, if we've blown up as much as we're hoping to, optimism. So maybe somebody who's really struggling, maybe like some 14, 15-year-old or 17 or 30-year-old even, really fighting with something, knowing that they watched this and knowing that it had, even if it was just a tiny influence or giving them a little bright spot in an otherwise shitty day, that would make it worth it. I would love that. And if they did, and if you do, or whatever, please comment. Let us know. Because I'm telling you, like, sincerely, that alone would be motivation enough for me to continue doing stuff like this. And I know this video is all kind of like serious and just, I'd love to just like sit and tell a joke, actually, because it's more lighthearted. But there's a little bit of why I do this, and because it's just fun for me. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great day, night, morning, weekend, all of the above.